Good morning. It is a beautiful day after the storm. So we had a pretty bad storm last night. Actually, we slept through most of it, and I don't think we realized how bad the storm was until this morning when we saw some of the damage, which is far, far less than it could have been. So this is not a complaint, but our basement did get flooded, and we had quite a few things down there. So we have the entire basement rooms to clean out. We wanted to do it anyway, so we are being forced into minimalism. We'll be throwing a lot of things out. But this is one of our fences in our lower pasture. And the kids' play set, like everything is kind of buried underwater. And then this whole fence, all the T-posts got lifted up out of the ground, and the fence is destroyed. So it's completely destroyed. And then back here, if you see those barrels back there, so those were originally here, and they got washed all the way down to our neighbor's property in the back. And so a bunch of our stuff got washed down there, and then Sean is fixing it currently. But our road, a number of parts of our road got washed out, and our creek is very much higher and looks different than usual. We have a few areas where we get a lot of like water runoff, and so it creates deep rivets in our road, but not usually like this. So this whole area in our creek is just a mess of debris, and we don't even usually have water over on this side. Everything was kind of moved around. Let me see if I can show you on the other side. This is that broken tree that snapped at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. And it is just leaning up against another tree and is right over our barn. So I'm actually really amazed that that tree is still there. We had some people come and price it out, and the prices were kind of ludicrous. So we were like, we can't afford that. But this is just sort of a mess, this whole area. It was very angry last night. There's that tree again. Yep. Just leaning against this one. And here I am standing next to the barn. Problem is getting anything in there. Even if we could take stuff out, you can see, I don't know if you can see this, but there's water. It's kind of in the middle of where all of our water runs. So we have water that comes on this side, and we have water that comes on that side. So getting anything in there, that area is kind of not suited to like our tractor. It's very pretty. It just looks completely different than it did before. It's like usually there's no water down here at all. We usually just kind of walk down here, and it doesn't look like this. So this is where the kids usually play, and that whole area where they play is washed out. So that used to have soil on it, or dirt on it. That's all gone. And they had some things there that they got washed away. So the temptation is always to like clear it out so it's easier to get to, but it's actually not a good idea. The more brush and things that you have holding the soil together helps in situations like this where you get some very heavy rainstorms to sort of hold our bank together, because I otherwise could very easily just wash away completely. But it'll be interesting to see when things calm down what we find down there. So I'll show you how it looks in the driveway. This is that area of the fence. We just have a lot of cleaning up to do. In the end, Sean will be thrilled because this will all be very good for the garden. Thankfully, we had moved most of our feed up to a different area, and so that's all been moved up closer to the house. And this used to be one of our fences. That's gone now. Thankfully, we don't have any animals in here right now. We had actually moved our rams out of here recently. This is all kind of very wet and mucky. Got tires in the field. I don't even know where that tire came from. And the pigs are happily sunbathing away. But you know what? We were meaning to fix this fence anyway. And so in the end, it's forcing us to do that. This is where the kids would play. This will be a good lesson to them to put their bikes away before a storm. And I'll show you what's going on in the driveway. So we have a few areas like this where we got a lot of runoff. And if we don't fix it, that pothole will just get bigger and bigger until it becomes like a huge rut over here. So that'll have to be repaired. Same with these. They can get pretty big pretty fast. The good news is that this nice soaking rain, we've been having a lot of rain, will help our pasture to grow. You know, and we had wanted to hay this area, so our cows are not on it right now because we wanted to hay this space for the winter. And actually we began leasing our neighbor's property, and our cows have gone through on that side and are over there while this is growing out. So that's going to be a blessing in the long run. This is just much higher than the creek typically is. It's nice and calm for the most part. Just there's a lot of dirt in it, so once it settles down, it'll be so pretty. Okay, so I'm catching up to Sean. He took the tractor down to see what he could do to fix the road because I don't have a four-wheel drive truck or anything like that. I just have our van, and as much as we'd like to get one and need to get one down the road, we just can't right now. So he needs to fix the road so that I can drive on it, and we share this road with some wonderful neighbors, and so we want to make sure that it's in good shape for them. So it looks like he's been having some luck. Okay, so you can see he scraped all this because this was all deep divot. So he's going to try to fix this and even it out the best he can with the tractor. It's not ideally the best machine for what we need done, but we are so grateful that we have it, because in the past we didn't have this, and this was a gift from some very generous friends of ours. I'll see if I can get up on the other side. Anyhow, so Sean's been evening this out. It's going to take a little while to kind of get it back to normal. It's kind of deceptive.
All this got washed down and bringing it back up there.
All right, hold on.
Up
Say that again, babe.
taking all the gravel that washed down to this location and bringing it back up the road.
Right.
And leveling it out. You can go take a look at that.
It's kind of deceptive on video of how deep the ruts are in the road for like a regular car. So this would be the type of thing that would really make it, well, my van can't get out of this right here. There's no way. So it really washed out. So like the difference in elevation between like this and down there, would you say it's like 2 feet from the height? Like a foot, 2 feet, foot and a half or so. But if I'm just driving our van, that's a pretty deep area, you know, so I can try to get it out, but I don't want to cause any damage to it. Anyhow, so he's going to take a little while to try to fix this, because our driveway is about a 1/4 mile long. So this area is not a 1/4 mile long. This is just a few sections of that. But he's going to try to fix this and get a lot of the dirt and the gravel that washed down further towards the house and kind of smooth it back up this way. So, and hopefully get that fixed so that that is better than it was. But we're doing okay. We were under I think we were under tornado watch, babe, I think during that time.
Yeah.
It's a pretty bad storm, right?
It was.
But you know, could have been worse. It's making us get projects done that we were not planning on.
Right. We were doing something. I'm glad we didn't work on the road before that.
Right. That would have been.
Whatever.
That's okay.
We'll get it.
We'll get it all fixed and cleaned up and everything, and it'll be better than it was before.
There you go.
Anyhow. So for all those of you that were asking and wondering how we are, we're doing okay. So like, subscribe, and share to Full and Family Farm. We're just doing a lot of cleanup, and once it's all fixed, like I said, it'll be better than it was before. So we're grateful everybody's safe, and there was no, other than the flooding in the basement, there was no other damage to the house. So that's something to be truly grateful for, and all of our livestock seem to be fine. We're still checking on a few of them, but everybody seems to be good. All right, that's it. Have a great day.